Alright, let's get started. LifeWeaver, I'll give you guys my thoughts. Are they a good hero or are they a bad hero? This is the perspective from my POV as a Grandmaster support player in Overwatch 2. So, there's a really good KarQ video. We're just going to actually just play it out, and he'll probably explain all the numbers.
All his abilities for you, along
the
with some
full breakdown.
Reverse engineer.
Yeah.
He's, gonna be released
He's another awesome
4,
Overwatch content creator.
We Tuesday, April
1440p? This doesn't look like 40. There we go.
LifeWeaver has a ton of abilities. Well, let's begin with his primary fire, the Healing Blossom. This ability has 12 ammo and a charge mechanic. The amount you will heal is indicated
so bad,
in the
dude.
center of your screen. If there is no target within range, it will consume the ammo and nothing will happen.
Okay, just as a heads up, I haven't seen this video before, but just as a heads up, I've seen some of the abilities and interactions. I know it heals for 65, and it has to charge up to heal, and then it's a projectile that has to go, and it has to connect with your teammate. I don't know why. Like, Anna can just shoot, and if you're scoped in, it's instant, and it heals for 70, and this... You get less ammo than Anna, and it heals for less. You get less ammo, and the reload 1.75. No, 65.
65 HP.
That's it.
The minimum healing is 10.
So, okay, for my initial impressions, I think this character is going to be absolutely terrible for most ranks, unless it's like a really, really high rank, and you're just playing it as kind of like a support character, not a heal bot. Like, you cannot heal bot on this character. He's probably a really bad hero, though. At least
Healing Blossom range is dependent on
at face value,
indicator, which is for your life grip ability. We'll get to that ability.
Oh, it has
later.
a range too.
It appears that 30 meters is the maximum.
So you can't even heal.
Workshop tool. You can.
Anna confirmed already way better.
Than 30 meters. There's no indicator.
I think this is maybe a D tier hero, Roadhog.
29 meters. It's working.
Roadhog tier.
Now, one interesting thing about LifeWeaver is that his life grip and the Healing Blossom indicator sensitivity option is shared. So again, you can see the diamond indicator and range to heal, right? Like visually, the distance is this far. Now, if I go into the options and lower the sensitivity from the default 100 to, let's say, 20%, now look how far my crosshair has to be before the indicator goes away. The sensitivity is a lot less, meaning you have to be a lot more precise, and I can't heal here.
Okay, so you want it 100%.
And put it back to 100. Now the
why would you not want it 100?
And I'm able to heal once again.
But why? Okay, I just don't get why this character has to charge up to actually heal. Like, why don't it just like heal? Baptiste, you just throw the thing and it heals, and it's an AOE, and there's no charge up. Like,
keep the sensitivity at 100%, and based on my play,
I know like the barrier is probably pretty good.
Life grip the wrong person at 100%, but the healing is nice at the sensitivity. So my quality of life feedback for the Overwatch team is to please separate the two options or make them function independently, like Kiriko's Swift Step and Healing Ofuda. LifeWeaver's base movement speed is 5.5.
Okay, so the reason why, I actually understand, and I'm going to explain it because some people might not have understood it. So basically, what he's meaning is that you actually might want to lower the sensitivity, because at first I was like, why would you not want it super good? Because what happens is you have to move off it if you want to heal someone else that's right next to you. So that could be a problem already.
But see on the top left, and
the heal's very mid.
Blossom, there is a 25% movement speed penalty because his movement speed goes down to 4.3 meters.
So you have less healing, okay? You have less ammo than Anna, and you have a movement speed penalty. I guess Anna when you're scoped in.
As he's charging up. Your Healing Blossom is targetable.
This character not looking too good.
Barrier. However, the projectile
and you can't heal through barriers.
Blocked by it. There is a small tip here where the healing projectile
arcs
over top. So aim a little bit higher, and it might go over depending on the elevation.
I mean, you just throw your pedal and float up.
An active projectile, so it is going to be eaten by D.Va's defense matrix.
Okay, that's
Sigma's kinetic grasp, and it can be deflected by Genji. Although it has a weird interaction where it tries to re-seek the original target, and it kind of just sticks on them. I think this is a bug for now, so expect this to be fixed later.
So it doesn't heal them.
The healing amount can also be doubled through Baptiste's amplification.
It's a projectile. So
another interesting find is that when you switch weapons, you will reload the other one as long as you're in the second weapon for longer than the natural reload time. So if I quick flip back and forth, I'm not reloading, but if I switch
that's fine. It's just kind of like
wait
ball.
The actual 1.75 seconds and switch back, I'm back at full ammo for the Healing Blossom. Now let's move on to LifeWeaver's main source of damage.
This is where I think he's actually good, okay? So before everyone says like, oh dude, you're just like mocking the hero, it's all bad, right? No, this is where he becomes good, is I think he actually does an insane amount of DPS.
And a 1.5 second reload, and fires 2 thorns that deal 5 damage each for a total of 10 damage. When you hold down the spray, it will average at about 120 DPS with body shots for a total of 300 damage if everything lands. It's not really realistic though. The thorns can headshot
and
deal 2 times the damage as well.
Like that looks
no fall off damage
and no fall off,
so
but it's less accurate. It's like a shotgun.
But The weapon spread is kind of wild, so you're not going to be hitting much past a certain point.
That still doesn't look that bad for against tanks.
Pedal platform, one of the coolest abilities added to Overwatch 2 since there's so many potential plays you can make with this. This ability has a 12-second cooldown and will stay on the ground forever. That's right, you can plant it down and walk away. There's no range limit or anything. The only way to destroy it is to manually break it by pressing the interact key, putting a new one up, or having the enemy destroy it since it has 400 HP. The platform can be activated by both your team and the enemy team and will last 10 seconds once it's up. The pedal platform projectile, that's a mouthful, let's call it the PPP, cannot be eaten by matrices like D.Va and Sigma, nor can it be deflected by Genji. The PPP does get blocked by barriers like Rein's shield, which is an interesting interaction.
I think it only goes up once, right?
LifeWeaver's kit with so much playmaking potential, like sending your Rein to finally deal with those pesky widows.
Wait, okay, that's a pretty like crazy play here. One, usually Widow's not going to be sniping like in here. It seems kind of like a weird spot. Usually it's up here, right? But sending the Rein over there, and then your whole team just gets wrecked by the other tank. I don't know. That's
LifeWeaver's next ability, which
questionable. Exactly, maybe you know, you never know.
It's a 6.15 meter dash that is on a 5-second cooldown. It also rejuvenates
him, heals him, right?
25 HP.
25.
Does not have
25 is all he heals for. Moira's is like way better in terms of a fade,
however,
right?
cleanse him of negative effects such as
and it doesn't cleanse. Like they just try to make this guy
effect, as you can
like
see. You can
not that strong at all.
On PC, the north, east, south, west, northeast, the cardinal directions. But I think on console you can actually go wherever your controller is aiming, so it's technically 360 degrees of coverage.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to need my console players to confirm this for me later. You cannot, however, dash vertically. Trust me, I tried it. It just
Moira can like Moira's like ability is way better for like the mobility. I think if they had it on like a really short cooldown, like a maybe like a 4-second,
because it was so much trolling potential and rank.
What like what was the cooldown on it?
Not, however, cleanse him.
It's like 6 seconds, right? Yeah, it's a 6 second because it starts. Yeah. So it's a 6 second cooldown. If it was like a 4, like 3 would be way too like frequent, but it only heals for 25, and it's like
trolling potential
it's like barely a trace or blink. This is the only thing that like keeps him like viable, like how they're dancing.
It's that diamond-shaped UI indicator that'll let you know if you're in range to pull someone. It will also only pull your teammate to the position in front of you where you activated the ability, no matter if you move away, like dash.
Okay, so what I actually wanted to know, I don't know if anyone in the chat knows that's watching this right now. Can you hook someone with Roadhog, then pull your Roadhog so then they get pulled even further deeper in? That would actually make him kind of viable.
This is a 20-second cooldown.
Oh,
when you
that's long, man.
You grant that ally an invulnerable
it's longer than like Bell, isn't it?
Make them immortal and immune to CC. Oh gosh.
Immortal?
Here's Ana trying to use a sleep dart, and they're immune. And it'll also absorb the sleep dart, and it will not pass through them like Kiriko Suzu and sleep the target behind him or something. Isn't that crazy? Here's High Noon as well. No damage, and it's protecting LifeWeaver because his grip target is protecting and taking the first bullet.
So it's actually like a shield
this
too.
Does not function like a Zarya bubble. Its immortality is for the gripped target only, and it will not act as LOS protection from something like a D.Va bomb.
I felt like he was kind of
LifeWeaver's passive called Parting Gift,
behind it,
where he'll drop a flower that'll last 12 seconds and can be picked up by both teams.
So I feel like what's gonna happen is people are gonna prioritize, like all the DPS are gonna be like, we're gonna dive this guy, right? Because all he can do is throw down a pedal, and he has like a mobility heals for 25. But the damage output's not bad. But if you're a good Genji, you kill him, it's like a free heal.
He picks it up, it'll heal 250 HP.
Oh, 250?
If he picks it up, it'll heal 75 HP.
Oh. Okay, so your allies heal for more. I guess that kind of makes it a little bit more fair. Because I was thinking, like, if you heal for 250, like, if I play Genji, I'm killing that guy every single time and getting that 250.
The final ability, his ultimate, the Tree of Life.
Okay, let's see how this works.
This tree can be cast at a maximum distance of 30 meters as well, which is the exact same as his Life Grip and Healing Blossom.
Oh, okay.
Once the tree goes up, it'll last 15 seconds, has a 12-meter radius from the center, and will instantly heal 150 HP. After that, it'll pulse and heal 50 HP 8 times, for a total of 550 HP.
Okay.
This is team-wide AoE healing, and
does
you
it
need
get
to
blocked?
have line of sight LOS
that's unlucky.
The center orb. It's that thingy right there in the center. That's the LOS check. You can see Roadhog wasn't getting any healing behind the wall, walks around to the right, gets LOS, and then gets healing after. The line of sight is not blocked by shields from the enemy team, but it is blocked by natural cover.
Okay.
Now, I don't expect this tree to last all 15 seconds because it actually has 1000 HP and is a targetable thing, so the enemy can actually shoot it down. Since you're literally Hashirama Senju and spawning trees, that goes without saying that you can have so much counterplay to a lot of enemy abilities, like the tree can be used to block line of sight.
It's a pretty big thing.
The potential is limitless with this character. Plus, he's hot. And that's my overview of him.
Plus, he's hot. Okay, so here's my thoughts on this character. In terms of the healing ability is like the only thing that's really bad. I hate how you have to swap weapons too. That's like a really big thing for any support to have to swap weapons. If like someone's on you, it's usually going to be a flanker, right? Unless you're like playing DPS support, which I know I do it all the time too. But for the most part, I think his weapon is actually pretty good. I mean, at least on paper via watching videos, right? But we'll have to wait and see like how realistic it is to actually hit a target in game. But if you're just spraying into just tanks, I think that this looks pretty solid. That's a really good like amount of damage. Like it's solid. But like I'm guessing further the way you go, the pedal will probably open up the doors for certain like areas. But like I'm thinking about it, it's definitely taller than Meiwa. I actually saw something else's video where like if you jump right as the thing is like going up, you can actually go to areas that you're not supposed to. I don't know if it's gonna enable out of bounds mechanics, but I got some audio. I'll play some audio in the background. Well, I finished my like thoughts on this. So the pedal, I mean, yeah, you could go to certain areas, but you could do that with Symmetra's teleporter, although Symmetra's, I know she's not a support. But I'm thinking, like, in terms of, like, survivability, they have actually a really good amount of kill potential on certain targets. Specifically, like, I feel like if Winston dives, I think you can actually survive pretty easy. Because Winston dives, you just go up, and then Winston can't hit you, and you just spray him down. Even if he throws down a shield, the DPS is pretty solid. You can pull your teammate towards you. The main problem that I have with him is just like the amount of trolling that's going to go on. And I know some people are going to accidentally mess things up, right? I wish they showed more interaction. I'm actually wondering, another thing I want to know is if Orisa's using her ult, can you pull your Orisa? Because normally when she uses her ult, she's in golden form, right? You cannot pull Orisa. Can you then pull in a Orisa that's using her ult into the enemy, right? And then she just does her huge amount of damage, right? I think that would be kind of cool. But in terms of the grip thing, this is probably what makes the character like really good. But the amount of healing that you output is just so incredibly low that I think people will think the character is kind of bad. And I don't think that they're wrong in terms of being like a heal bot, but at the same time, it's just so far behind. I feel like they shouldn't even need a reload. You should be able to right click for damage. I think it should be able to heal for a little bit more. Maybe it should be instant. Maybe it could be AoE, but it's just far behind a lot of the other supports. Now, as far as the dash goes, I don't know because I haven't, do they have like the full read? I think they might actually have it over here in this one. Does it have it in this video? There's like 2 videos I had tabbed. Okay, I think the dash over here, pedal platform. I want to go to the dash. Here's the dash. So I heard that the dash actually does give you AoE heal, but I mean it's 25. It's small, but I guess we can just have this playing in the background while I kind of finish up my thoughts. So the platform, I think, since it does have HP 2, it can block certain things. You could put like your McCree to high ground, and then he could start ulting, which could be kind of nice. Okay, so it says dash towards your traveling direction and lightly healing yourself. Now, again, if it heals your teammates at least, it would be kind of cool. Like, you could just be dashing around and it's kind of fast, but like, it's such a short dash. Like, Moira is like on the other side of the map, and it cleanses, I believe, right? This doesn't cleanse, it just doesn't seem like a very good hero. I'm gonna be honest, I think it's in like the C or maybe D tier, at least from my initial thoughts. But you guys can let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll link both of the videos just to give them credit, because I didn't get to play the hero earlier, and the hero is not available right now over on the PTR, so we got to use other people's footage. But at least that's my thoughts on the character. You guys can let me know yours down below, and also what tier would you put this character at? For me, I think it's solid C tier at least right now, but hopefully it will get some buffs because it desperately needs it in the healing department. Because when people pick this character, you best believe people are going to be like, dude, there's not enough healing, not enough healing. But sometimes as a support, you don't need to do healing. It comes down to how good can you actually use that pull. Can you rush in and just do damage? What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in my my DPS. I'm gonna play flank, grab one of my DPS, like maybe Reaper, and just be like, let's go kill the supports. I'm gonna see how it goes. And if you're playing him like that, he could maybe be in like the B tier, but probably in like the C or D tier for most people that are playing supports that aren't used to playing like a DPS support, like, you know, Zen or even like Ana can kind of be like a DPS support. But that's my thoughts on LifeWeaver. Let me know yours down below. But thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like on it and sub if you're new, and we'll get some gameplay of LifeWeaver very soon. Peace out when he comes out on the 11th.